I'm depressed. That's the opener. I deal with depression and ADHD and anxiety. But I'm definitely going through a season where I've had to acknowledge that my social anxiety has amplified in a way that I've never thought it would. Um, I want to try to do something different because I feel like when I fall into this phase, I tend to become way more reclusive and a lot more isolated. And maybe, just maybe, my ancestors want me to try to alchemize this into something that could benefit me in the long run. So I guess make a video about it. But yes, I'm depressed. Um, and it's weird because I go through bouts of depression. Sometimes I don't know if it's like manic depression or something. I don't know. But it's just like, it's like I experience burnout like it's a fucking menstrual cycle. No shade. I am easily overwhelmed, uh, easily kind of like anxious, and can be just hyper fixated on things that I just feel like are the issues as to why I'm not able to get to where I am. Even if it's like a speck in so many other in so much other shit, but it's something about that speck that I just it bothers me, and so that's how life of a fucking Virgo. But yeah, life sucks. Depression sucks, but life, I ain't gonna do life sometimes sucks. It does. Sometimes I can completely understand why some people make the decisions that they do. Like it really takes strength to continue to have faith and to see beyond your circumstances, because the way your circumstances can whoop your ass, crazy. But yeah, I deal with depression. I deal with loneliness and isolation. I deal with the negative side of what it means to have to uproot your life and cut everybody off, especially those that harmed you. But then once you realize that everybody around you has committed some type of harm that you've turned a blind eye to, or being connection to this person has made you, you know, start normalizing toxic behaviors that at one time you would have never thought that this would have been okay to do. And then once you open up yourself to that reality, then it's having to heal from the PTSD of things. I've, especially when it comes to like elder abuse, um, religious abuse, religious psychosis, and even witchcraft. Witchcraft has hurt me a lot more than sometimes I let on, but it's more of like a psychological thing. It's the lingering paranoia. It's it's just knowing that, um, at any given moment, somebody out there can think that you are someone that is like that deserves to be harmed. It makes me sad. And it makes me sad that that's something that I've had to experience more than once by people that I trusted. And sometimes I even get mad at my religion. I've even, I've had to admit that I'm upset with Ifa, that I'm upset with my, ancestors, and I'm upset with the Loa, that I am just like upset with the fact that like things are so neutral, that nothing's good or bad, but nothing's really good either. And how does a girl survive in the world when all she knows is to strive for good? When the world just wants to stay neutral. But yeah, depression sucks. It sucks. And it sucks even more when you gotta perform. We gotta act like you're not depressed. When, you know, you face the reality that your environment is not going to support you through your depression. You gotta, call it something else. You know. And then even when you think you might have a safe space, oh yeah, don't let them be a Christian. Oh, sweetie, apparently, uh, depression is just something that you can just easily forget about. Like, just take it out your mind. Like depression is something I can just poop poop take it, boom. I don't know who depression is. Like depression is a person that I just need to block. Or the reason why you got it is because you claimed it. Like, oh, so if I just don't claim it, it's just not there, huh? I wish it really was that easy. Like, I really feel like the only person that has ever acknowledged my depression was my therapist. No shade. She's the only person that ever actually really, like, to the depth of, like, knows what has happened to me and my thoughts. But we're not friends. We're not anything to each other but just doctor and client. And that's kind of sad. No shade. That is. It's really sad. It's really sad. There was a point when the most consistent people I was ever seeing were my doctors. Just like right now, I don't hang out with people. I don't know. I don't go to brunch. Don't go to lunch. Don't go to happy hours. Ain't no shopping trips or movies for If it's done, it's by myself, or I might do something with my family. But that's about it, and I don't really hang out with them, or at least I say I don't even hang out with my extended family. They don't know me. They know each other, but they don't know me. Um, they know me by face and name, sorry, and they know me because they know me as my mom's daughter. That's Nini's daughter. That's the extent of what they know. Um, I don't have any friends except for one friend. My work friend is Maribel. That's my one friend. That's the one connection that I have, and um, I'm very thankful for her. That's it. And even that's something to navigate, especially when you are also, we work with people that low-key don't like the fact that I prefer, have a preference for Maribel, or I'm partial towards her. So even that's a very interesting, thing. But she'll always be mine. That's my Oshun. That's my girl. Um, but yeah, so it was just, you know, I don't know when's the last time I've ever been like actually asked out on a date. Um, Men don't find no real interest in me like that for real. Women don't either. If they do, they don't tell me about it. And honestly, I don't really put myself out there too because of just fear, and then also not wanting to be bothered. Um, Not really like too impressed with motherfuckers either. And the people who I am impressed with, they already married with kids. I'm just like, oh god, you know. Well, that idea is done for. Ain't gonna happen. But yeah, I'm depressed. My therapist was something, was suggesting me about going to like different support groups and stuff, whatever. I've been to one. I've been to the one. Yeah, I've been to like one or two of them, and they were at this place like Affirmations. It's like a community center. It's for the queer community and stuff. And so I've been to a couple, and it was okay. One of them I went to, I was the only one that showed up. I was the only one, so I was like, okay, well that's encouraging to be the only one here. And then for the second one, it was cool, but it was like all white women. I was like the only black girl, and you know, there were just like a couple of conversations where I was just like, I can see why you think that way because you're a liberal white lesbian. But as I guess you call me liberal, smidgen of socialist, smidgen, queer black woman, I might not necessarily have the same perspective. And so, nothing was really pulling me back. I ain't gonna hold you, right? They were okay. Um, and there's this one young lady or one associate that I have, and I've always been on the fence with her, simply because, and this is off of like pattern recognition, right? Like I met her while I was at my job. She worked at one of the child care centers that we partner with, and so we exchanged numbers, and we, used to hang out pretty frequently, until like maybe until I got sick, or I should say was dealing with the witchcraft. And then from there, I just didn't feel comfortable being around people because I didn't know how, like, it had already affected my cats or the kittens that I had, and that was all. And that right there, I feel like is another trigger of mine that I don't really like talking about. Which I will probably end up talking fucking might as well talk about it with John. So I really didn't know how to approach it with her, and plus she was pregnant. I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not about to be around this girl, and I'm being hit by multiple people and shit. But a part of me, and this is being transparent, she reminded me of this young lady or this one of my old friends that I used to hang out with, and I'm talking about she was one of my best girls. Loved her, and it wasn't until it became revealed that she was like one of the fakest motherfuckers to ever have around. Like, you talking about a bitch that you used to tell your shit to, and you did not know that this girl was telling all your shit as if she was like a special news report at 11 o'clock news, Channel 11. Okay? And then was waiting to do a replay. And then once you get into the realization that like a lot of people also just like view you as a form of entertainment. Like, they're bored with their life, so they look for other people to make that shit exciting. And it's just like, bitch, first of all, I work too motherfucking hard to try to find excitement for my own life, to let some bitch try to come around and think they're about to take advantage of the shit that I'm putting together. No, that's not how that works. Especially even when we're together, right? Like, if I realize that I'm the only person that's talking all that, and it, like, if I can look over to you and it looks like you're waiting for something to happen, like, okay, what's next? Okay, bitch, then what's the fuck is next? What's next? Because if I ask you something and you give me the same 3, 4, 5 answers, five, like, what am I supposed to do? Yes, you got your baby at home with man, and you ain't got no job because you at home with baby. Okay, so do you mean to tell me that's okay? So that's as much that you're gonna add to the combo that I don't know what to do. Like, bitch, what am I supposed to do with that? I'm not the clown. I'm not your have fun, single, child free. You should be no. I have responsibilities. I have things that I've gone through. I have things that I need a therapist. How? I have one, but that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, like I need a hug, bitch. I'm not here like child. So that's why. And then on top of that, especially somebody that is being bisexual, and then somebody that has been friends with people who are in relationships, and then you come to find out that you somehow now there's some weird feelings happening, or you gonna find out this person is like bi-curious. I ain't had time for that shit too. I said, you know what? I don't know. Am I interested in being friends with somebody who's in these who love being in these motherfucking predicaments of like giving up their life too early to a motherfucker that they ain't really even that motherfucking sure about, but because you too fucking lazy and codependent and you just used to it, motherfucker, y'all start making decisions that you know goddamn well that's not a decision that you know that you need to be making right now, and then now you looking for everybody else to save you from it. I don't know. That happened back in 2020 when a girl that I call myself dating ended up fucking telling me that she was still fucking on niggas. She was still fucking on niggas. And ended up getting an abortion because she got pregnant by it. Of course, she hid it from me. But then I ended up confronting her because I realized that it was something about her attitude or demeanor that changed. And then when I told her that I wasn't going to fuck with her ass no more, like, what the fuck was up? That's when she admitted to me what the fuck happened. And then like a dumbass, my ass stayed around only for her to get pregnant by the same man again. But I knew she wasn't going to get no abortion, especially how she handle that last one. And so right in front of my face, she moved that nigga in right in front of my face. Like, right, moved that nigga in. That motherfucker proposed to her. She wanna try to act like she didn't want to call him her boyfriend or fiance. I said, bitch, like, let's kill it. Cause now you about to make him mad and piss him off. Because now he trying to figure out why the fuck when you on the phone with me, you wanna act different. When you around me, you wanna act different. No. No. I'm not doing it again. So guess what? But then by that decision, I'm lonely again. Sometimes I understand when people say that, like, I'm a good woman, why can't I find that? And sometimes I get that too. I don't like saying that I feel that way because it's like, but you gotta have me get like, I did the work. I'm doing the work. Where is this person that the cars want to always fucking remind me of? Yo, and Marie should have a baby. Where's the person at? You want me to have baby? Where are they? How many more candles do I need to light? Oh yeah, I forgot. There's more witchcraft. More witchcraft, right? More then don't let me get started with the priest. Oh my god, bitch. I'm not giving them motherfuckers no more money. They ain't getting no more money out of me. You ain't getting none out of me, and the shit don't work. And the shit do not be working. Now I ain't saying that it don't work, but I'm just saying from what I've had to deal with these motherfuckers, I don't know if that was like people was that they was purposely not trying to get to work because they I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what plans Arula, my ancestors got. But you know what? I say, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't doing no more work at all. Since if the shit ain't working when I'm feeding y'all, if the shit ain't working with all these offerings, if the shit is, if no matter what I'm doing, it's still pushing. What the fuck am I still giving more for? I'll stop. You don't want it from me. Like, how is it that I'm doing EBO and offerings and stuff and I'm losing my insurance? Huh? Huh? Excuse me? I thought that was the whole point. I thought it was part of the protection. Doing EBOs, offerings, shit, bitch. I'm getting another bill. Another this. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Let me stop. Let's regroup. That's true. I want to smoke, but I know it's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna flag. Well, shit. You know what? Fuck it. Kids don't need to be watching this shit anyway. You're an adult. You should be an adult watching me. Period. Anyway, I will one day write a children's book and maybe turn it into a movie. I don't know. But until right now, you need to be 18 and older. Really older. Really then. But I'll give you a pass because you motherfuckers can fight in a war. I'll give you that. Um, but yeah, yeah, it's depression, 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 depression. Depression. Okay, that kind of sounds like it should be like a cologne or something. Depression. Had a kick to it. But nice little ring. Ring to it. Depression. Depression. Ooh, that should be a name or something. That should be a name of product. I'm gonna figure it out. But man, yeah, man, it sucks out here. I do want to get out of this isolation shit, though, because like sometimes I be like, okay, well maybe it's because Marisha just won't go outside that I just won't meet nobody. But then when I am outside, I meet people, so that's why it's just like, so am I supposed to be just okay with being by myself? But then it's like I am okay with being by myself, but then it just gets awkward when you look up and you're the only person that's out by yourself, you know. And then you know you might get a couple stares here and there and shit. And that's the thing too. But yeah. And I also think it's hard to talk about depression when you are an ATR practitioner. But let's be honest, depression over here ain't really acknowledged like that either. There's a lot of motherfuckers who do look at depression as if it's some type of just low ass bullshit, low vibrational, whatever type of stuff. Like shit, the same way they view fatness. Okay, so there's a lot of people who don't take mental health seriously, or they just think that all you gotta do is just sit at a bovine and that's it. That's why another reason why I ain't fucking with a lot of people around here, because these motherfuckers ain't no counselors. Only thing they know how to do is work the religion. That's it. That's it. And I refuse to allow my heart to get broken. Yet again, believing that I've found an elder that actually like can help me, like, with the tools, at least provide the tools, or like the counseling of like how to kind of like move forward after all of this, and help me come to the understanding, or help me get the tools so that I can help myself get to the understanding of things. But nobody over here knows that shit. No. But they can tell you what you can't do, especially as a woman. Oh, whoo, whoo. You thought the Christians were bad? Whoo, let me tell you something. If I ever get famous and they see some of these videos, baby, they gonna be online trying to curse me the fuck out. Like, this bitch, she ain't no real she ain't that. How she gonna come to disrespect religion? Bitch, this religion done disrespected me I don't know how many motherfucking times. And I still loved it. So I'm gonna say what the fuck I wanna say. Okay, just like they say, you got that church hurt. Yeah, it's such thing as EFI hurt. Because let's not even get started on the voodoo hurt. You don't want to get there. Oh. Now they was something. Oh, you ain't ready for that. I just, I didn't know that at the time. I had to pick a side because it was very clear. So we ain't gonna get there. But yes, no. And I feel like for the last 6 years, I've been like I have been reminded by the universe time after time again that, like, shoot, at least even in the Christian side, you got motherfuckers over there that will try to counsel. These motherfuckers over here, I don't know. But see, that's what happens when priests are two. When you crown them at two. And the only thing these motherfuckers introduce them to is drummings and offering and initiations. They ain't lived life worth a damn. And then if they did live life, they've been taught to hide the shit and act like they ain't, there's not a lesson that needs to be learned. But then sometimes you find out that some of them people are still in the shit too. They just find a motherfucker to help enable them and co-sign the bullshit. Then you look up and you realize this is why you're not enjoying it. Is because the fucking system is corrupted. Can't get the Orisha's attention because it's a fucking scammer or whatever down there slicing goat after goat after goat after goat after goat, chicken, whatever. Can't get their attention because they all down there helping him with his bullshit because he got all this. They don't give a fuck about my little oranges and shit, bitch. Don't get they say, girl, go somewhere. Fuck by. Can't even get their attention. Doing all that shit because they paying attention to bullshit. Bullshit. Okay? Alright, hold on, y'all. Alright, I'm back, y'all. My bad. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Wish I could tell my family about this shit, but I can't. They all Christians. They don't believe in this shit. So that's dead. Which is why it's just like my time with him is me pretending and faking and performing. Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. I would not be shocked that in the near future, especially that I might go like go no take with them only because like I wouldn't necessarily say like it's necessarily doing like how can I say this? I'm not gonna complete my family off, but it's just more so of like it does get to a point, or at least for me, that I know that in order for me to thrive, right? Not just survive, but thrive. I need to be surrounded by people who I can like show myself to. Not just a shell, right? Like not just a shell of me, but to actually be around people that acknowledge me for everything that I am. And not only that, but they love me, right? Like, you know, everybody's not perfect, but I love the people who I do because of that. And because sometimes they're not perfect. We're all human. And I just know that, like, for everything that I am, especially as a practitioner, as a queer woman, and that, I just don't know if they'll be able to, or if they're capable, or even if they want to. Um, and so, you know, and I feel like for that, and the fact that there's still like a lack of relationship, it just might naturally just happen. Might naturally just happen. I still love them, but I know that like I have my blood family, I have my ancestral connection, but I still feel like there's a chosen family or just people out there of like that maybe I just haven't been introduced to yet, or you know maybe I could be completely wrong. But just right now, it just feels like you know, like I get shady ass snarky comments made to me just because by people knowing that I smoke weed. Or like I'm treated like I'm just like some little hood bitch, and it's all because of that. Like I'm treated like that. I am a hood baby though, of course. I mean we all are, but why am I treated like I'm like a step below everybody because of the fact that I have my tattoos and I smoke weed and all that stuff? I don't deserve to be treated like that. But of course, I know that if I ever come to the point of making more money out of everybody, of course it would. But then that will further prove why I feel the way that I do. People don't mind making me uncomfortable, and I don't like that shit. I don't like it. And then if I say something about it, it looks like I'm tripping or I'm doing too much. I'm over emotional and all that stuff. Like I'm tired of being gaslit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that. I don't like it. Like everything I come to, everything I complain about, oh, what is it? Like stop diminishing every fucking thing. And then it sucks because these are supposed to be like spiritual people too. Like you're supposed to be past, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like the emotional stunting is wild. I talk about them in therapy too, no shit. Um, so yeah, they'll probably shoot me. Whatever. So but yeah, my cats. Oh yeah, I forgot it's my cats. Yeah. So I gotta tell y'all about that story. So yeah, I adopted two body kittens. There were two black cats, boy and a girl, siblings. Chai and Chill. Yeah, like Chai, like the tea, like the spice, and then Chill because he was so chill. He was nice and chill. Only thing I can really tell you is that we never got the chance to bond, not in the way that I wanted to. And I know that witchcraft had a lot to do with it. I know it definitely did, and I couldn't afford to get. You know, I didn't know anybody. I couldn't get them on the plane. It cost too much. I already spent over $2,000 just to get myself motherfucking cleansed. Uh, Then baby girl had an anxiety problem that was like getting worse by the time. I don't know if them hoes was sensing the shit on me and all whatever, but it was just not good. They would not let me hold them. They would not let it was oh my god, it was bad. It was so bad. And then like she started chewing on the cardboards, like, and then every time, and like it, like even if I get online and I see a cat chewing on a cardboard, it sometimes like make me well up and cry because it just reminds me of the fact that though they were not comfortable in my home. And and then in turn it made me not comfortable in my home because you could just feel it. And then like my family, especially my mom, did not like cats, so like I was again isolated. They didn't want to come over, didn't want to come around. Everybody's a dog person, you know, and because they're cats, I don't know how they're going to respond to everybody else's dogs. So like, and I'm not that well versed in cats, so it was just, it was terrible. And then like, and then when baby girl, my start, you know, scratched me after I had, yeah, like she went berserk. Um, like the whole hissing, growling, everything. Like she had never did that to me. And at that point, I ain't gonna hold you. I thought I was gonna kill that cat because I was like, you got me fucked up. I don't know what the fuck is possessing you right now, but you're not going to be attacking me and thinking that I'm not going to harm you back. That's why I don't have kids. Because everybody, when y'all see them videos where these kids try you, like, nah, we are going to fight. I will see comments of people be like, oh yeah, you can't hit kids because they hit, yeah, we're going to fight. Better yet, let me tell you something. Especially when it comes, because I even take a pause on that. When it comes to these kids, y'all need to start believing the first time y'all children make threats towards you. Better yet, the moment they make threats towards you is the moment that you need to get them the fuck out your house. Even if it means getting them physically removed. Number 3, you need to get you a gun. Your child is being raised by the internet. Your child is being raised by their friends. The child is being raised by the streets. That is not your child anymore. And y'all need to start drawing the motherfucking property line. And that goes for you and anybody else in that motherfucking house. Sometimes you do have to defend yourself against your own motherfucking blood. And they also need to know that once they turn 18, ain't no motherfucking protection for the asses. I be seeing this too fucking much. Every day, there's somebody coming online and their kids cursing them out because you took a cell phone. Kids calling them out their name because you told them to do this and do that. How in the world are they able to do that to y'all? The kids can't read, but then they got a motherfucking ego to curse y'all the fuck out. That's the motherfucking problem. That's what happens when y'all start rewarding some of these slow ass kids with good shit. That's why the school system already is lowering, they're curving grades. And yet these kids getting brand new shit. Please tell me, how the fuck does that work? And I'm sorry, that's not meeting a necessity. That's going beyond. So that's why they think so. Because there ain't no consequence. They ain't getting no consequence from the law and they getting no consequence at home. Crazy as hell. That's crazy as hell. And some of y'all spirit fucked up, no shade. Some of y'all spirit a little fucked up. Because one thing about my niece and my nephew, they ain't never raised their voice to their grandparents. They ain't never raised their voice to their motherfucking parents. They ain't never raised their voice to me and vice fucking versa. I ain't never had to talk to them kids motherfucking sideways. My parents ain't had to, and they motherfucking parents ain't had to. So something going on with them, with exchanges that be going on in your motherfucking house. Something going on. I don't know who the fuck that's for, but I'm tired of seeing that shit. Because that's one thing I do not like is disrespectful ass kids. And another thing I don't like is disrespectful ass parents. And weak ass motherfucking parents too. That's why these kids fucked up. Everybody worried about a motherfucking bonnet and a do-rag. And we got motherfuckers killing each other out here. Actually, yeah, shit, fuck that. We got niggas that can't even go to the goddamn college that they got enrolled to. Shit, shout out to Howard. The fuck? My goddamn alma mater. My goddamn alum school, Jesus. Be a fence. Voice like around them every fucking day and night. On the weekends and the weekdays. Oh, winter solstice. To every day. Okay? Because my God. But yeah, man. But yeah, back to the cats. Thank God that the place that I had adopted them from was willing to take him back as a foster. Praise God, you know. I didn't have to do no shelter shit or abandon them anywhere because that was something I did not want to do. Trust me, I saw enough rescue videos out there to where I was like, my guilt will eat me alive if I was to do some shit like that. So I kept them until it was time. I even sent them away with like a big ass care package and everything. They got all their shit. I ain't keep nothing that I bought for them. It all went with them, so they can still have the same comforts and all that. Sometimes I do wonder if they miss me though. I ain't gonna hold you, cause I miss them. I miss them a lot. I miss them so much. And a part of me looked at it as like a failure, and it was. I failed. That was an adoption fail. It failed. It failed. It failed. Um. So I question if I could ever be a good cat owner, pet owner, mom. Like I was going through the motions. And so now I'm back at this goddamn at a cat shelter trying to volunteer and things like that. And I'm praying I don't try to take one of them home. But there is one, no shade, I can't stop. You know, I think about her sometimes. She's a little cutie. I don't remember. I don't think I had a chance to know what her name is, but I know what she looks like, of course. So if I see her, I know it's her. And there's another one too. That I think was he's a really, really, really sweet. He just got in there, and so you know, depending on where I am in terms of this location, and I do want to move this, you know, out of this apartment when once this lease is up in the spring for sure. If they're still there, because you know cats can be at a shelter for a minute. If those two in particular are definitely still there, then I know they're like, okay, I think I'm supposed to take one or two. I think I'm supposed to take either one or both of y'all. But then you know maybe it's a sign that I'm supposed to get a dog. Maybe I'm really a dog person and I just don't want to accept the fact that. But I like cats. Maybe I'm a person. Maybe I should adopt a dog first and then get a cat. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I can do that. But yeah, man, depression sucks. Depression sucks. But I will say it did, you know, I do feel a little better knowing that I'm talking to y'all about it. But yeah, I'm not doing work. I haven't done. I don't think I've lit a candle to move anything. I think I probably may have lit some for like some offerings that I may have left for my warriors. Other than that, I ain't pushed nothing. No, I think I took a spiritual bath, just a little bit, maybe. I think that's about it. But I would say maybe since February, March, I think I did a head rogation somewhere around there. Um, but yeah, I ain't been oh, no nothing. I think yeah, and then most I've been doing is talking to my warriors. I think that's at most I've done is talk to my ancestors, my warriors, and shit. And try to talk to Santa Muerte and stuff, whatever. But yeah, that's about it. I talk. I try to keep the conversation. Um, I think I tended to them maybe a month ago. Um, but of course, they're like, "Oh, you're Ashley You're supposed to be doing this every day." Whatever. Who gives a fuck? I don't right now. Uh, so it's always something. It's always a responsibility. You ain't gonna pay for this, and this. We're in a religion, we gotta pay for stuff. We gotta pay for them for that. Yeah. So, and the crazy part is that I know I'm gonna have to cry one day. Actually, do it. Do it. Yeah, I am. Like that'd be best to get this over with. Right when I don't have any friends, I have to go a year into hiding. What is that? But yeah, I'm starting getting comfortable on my leg. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah. So I'm moving with my sciatica issue, but I think we can stop here. Um, Thank you for my little self-talk therapy session. Um, it's okay. If you deal with depression, it's okay because I do too. If you deal with ADHD and anxiety, that's okay because I do too. And if you're still here, I'm happy that you are because I'm still here too. And I'm tired of being alone. And I'm sure you're tired of being alone as well. So, as long as I'm still here, and I plan on being here, it's okay to be depressed because it's not the last of us. It's not the beginning. It's not the middle. It's not the end. It's not what defines us. But it's tragically beautiful. Beautiful tragedy. But yeah, I'll see. I'll come back, and there's more things that I need to talk about that will help the depression pass. But um, if y'all made it to the end of this, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Talk to y'all later.